Hello. I'm going to be reading an excerpt from my book, A Midflight Vampire's Tale. This is from chapter 34, and it will be Ching's first meeting with Henry. So here we go. I swore in silence. If I were to escape, I would simply have to break the handcuffs, no matter the pain. I steeled myself. Break the cuffs, fight through the pain. 1, 2. The back of my neck tingled, and I stilled. Someone approached. Someone so light on their feet that I could not hear the sound of footsteps, and it was not a hybrid. The mild prickling sensation on my skin was the only telltale reminder of my sensor abilities. This was a true blood. I smelled them now, the scent of fresh clothes, the leather of new shoes. I heard the sound of light breathing, their oh so human-like heartbeat, as whoever it was watched me. So you managed to escape? I cleared my raspy throat. Good for you. Now, if you're going to get me out of here, please hurry. If you're not going to bother, well, I won't blame you. But don't just stand there, I don't like the suspense. Silence. Whoever it was came closer until they were right behind me. Or you could just kick me while I'm down, I pretended to scoff. Whatever you do, just get it over with. I'm not in a patient mood. More silence. Do you understand me? I asked sharply. A soft, masculine chuckle. I started, realizing my mistake. This was not the female trueblood whom Ben had dragged in earlier. Warm hands touched my arms, jolting me. That needs fixing, I heard him say. He had a deep, soothing voice. My ankle is broken too, I told him. I can see that. Are you going to help me? I snapped, because I'm in a bit of a hurry to get out of here. He gave no answer. Instead, he began to finger the cuffs around my wrists. I thought he would break them, but then he lifted up my watch, and I felt his thumb tracing the mark beneath it. I stiffened. What the? Don't touch me. I know who you are, he said, awed. Of course you do, I shot back. You've probably had my existence drilled into your skull ever since you could talk. I'm famous now. If you've changed your mind about helping me, your friend the female is probably somewhere else in this freezer. Just leave me alone. And of course he didn't. He broke her handcuffs and helped to set her injuries, and now Ching is getting back on her feet. I scrambled up, scuttling on my butt, and curled against the gray concrete wall, putting my forehead on it, mentally surveying my injury. Dull throbbing, bone straightening, mending, inflammation receding. Yes, I could definitely tend to my ankle in short order. Nice work, I spoke, catching my breath against the wall. I wiggled my fingers. Thank you. You're welcome. I turned around, craning my neck to face him. I stared and stared, feeling ice reforming in my entire body. I know you, I breathed. He looked at me, just a tad puzzled. I've never met you before in my life. Then how? My tongue felt stuck to the roof of my mouth. This was no ordinary trueblood. Immediately it struck me that he was no young one. There was something old and weary about him, just like me. But that wasn't all. He had large brown eyes set beneath a wide forehead. His jaw was angled with high cheekbones. His features were Chinese for certain, but his skin was distinctly not. It was a rich golden brown color, and his eyes were just a shade too light for someone of pure Chinese descent. And his hair, it was long, tied behind his back, just like... No, impossible. I drank him in. He was leaner, shoulders broader, his height taller. His face was also clean-shaven like men of this day, yet for all intents and purposes he looked just like... Li Han, I whispered, the name slipping past my lips. His eyes hardened, a sure sign that this trueblood was not the one that I knew, and the harshness in his gaze jolted me back to reality. I'm not who you think I am, he answered slowly, if that's any assurance. His cold words, coupled with his modern-day, fully American accent, were like a slap in the face. I'm not sure what to think, I said. My name is Henry. I thought you might recognize me. I've been told there's a strong family resemblance. I blinked in confusion. Family? Yes. You knew my great-grandfather. He was a commander of the army of Qin. My heart lurched. The sound of clashing swords echoed in my head. I swore I could smell the scent of burning torches right there and then. So when I said that I knew who you were, I really did. I've waited all my life to meet you in person. Then he smiled, and when he did, it was as if a ghost smiled back at me. Thank you.